Hey everybody, AC here, and welcome back to another episode of What Will I Be Watching? This time we're talking about the summer 2023 lineup and the animes that I watched during that time. So first off, Mushoku Tensei second saga, the teenage years, um, which is the third season according to Japan. And that's the one where he starts going to the Magic Academy. He gets reunited with Sophie. Doesn't recognize her. Um, of course, it's a must watch. It's in its own category. Mushoku Tensei is in its own category. Um, let's see. Next is Rent a Girlfriend season 3. Much better than season 2. And honestly, I would say it's better than season 1 as well. I would say that the third season is probably a recommend. I can't imagine it's going to be a recommend. I can't imagine that the series is going to be a recommend for much longer, to be honest. Um, as I'm pretty sure we are approaching the infamous panel. So I don't know if that's going to be. I don't know if that's going to happen in the fourth season or if it's going to happen in the fifth season, but I feel like I'm pretty sure we're approaching that pretty soon. So I don't think I'm going to be able to recommend this series much longer. Um, the Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses. Beautiful animation. Cute love story. Um, Cute love story. Cute characters. Uh, Not a whole lot actually happens though. It's very cute. It's a very cute romance between the two characters, but not a whole lot of substance actually happens. So I would say cautiously recommend on that one. Um, the Dreaming Boy is a realist. Uh, I'm just gonna say it right now. I don't recommend this one. The main guy was like declaring his love for the main girl for several years, and she kept rejecting him, and eventually he got tired of the rejection, so he's like, okay, like she keeps being like, stop asking me out, and so he's like, okay, I'll stop asking you out, and then after that she's like, why did you stop asking me out? And so he starts spending time with other characters, other girls. Meanwhile, uh, she keeps trying to like get back into his life. Meanwhile, he's trying to move on, and it just feels so toxic. Like I don't like the main girl. She's supposed to be the main love interest, and I really don't like her. So next up is Am I Actually the Strongest? The only reason I watched this is because it was made by the exact same team who made um, Vermel Gold, and I love that series. I made that as a must watch, and so I'm like, oh, if this is made by the same team, well, this is probably going to be pretty good too. No, I couldn't be more wrong. It was not. It was really not good. It was so stupid, so stupid, such a brainless isekai slob. Like I love isekai. I am isekai trash. I will proudly admit that. I watch several different isekais, like every season. Because I really enjoy isekais. That's like one of my favorite genres. Um, but this one was garbage. Yeah, that one was absolute garbage. Next, Liar Liar. Don't recommend. I can say that right now. I do not recommend. So All right. So, uh, Liar Liar is basically just kind of like a world where everything is decided by games, but it's so overly complicated that nobody really understands how any of it works. Like they spend several minutes explaining to you how it works, explaining to you how a specific game works, and then when the game gets underway, like one of the characters uses their special powers to ultimately change the rules of the game. And then somebody else does the same thing where they change the rules of the game as well. And so like it gets so far away from the original game that you have no idea what's happening. And they don't bother explaining. They don't bother explaining anything to you. After the initial explanation, and so it's so dumb. I got so lost several times throughout the series. The third season of Devil is a Part Timer, which is listed as Devil is a Part Timer season two, but it's listed as that because it's the same group who made the same group that made the second season made this season, and they want nothing to do with the original season. So they advertised the second season as the first season and the third season as the second season, and it's really stupid, and I don't like it. So I'm just calling it season 3. It's really stupid. I don't like it. I'm just calling it season 3 because that is less confusing. Because, like, you've got Devil is a Part Timer, then Devil is a Part Timer, then Devil is a Part Timer season 2, like, and Devil is a Part Timer is a sequel to Devil is a Part Timer, but it's like, no, just call it season 1, 2, 3, boom, done, less confusing. So let's see. Next is my unique skill makes me OP even at level 1. Really dumb. A really dumb series where the where the main character clearly has a type. He likes girls with flat chests. Like, he very clearly likes girls with flat chests because every single girl in his harem, literally every single one of them, are completely flat. And a couple of them are lollies. So he very clearly has a type. And it is just, it's not visually appealing. Like, it does not look very nice. The only character I found entertaining in the whole series is this rabbit girl who occasionally joins their group. She's pretty independent, but she will occasionally join their group, and she's able to basically just kind of like split a person's skull open with a single chop of her hand. It's called the death chop. And so she's able to just cut anything with her hand, except for the main character. Like, she hits him on the head, nothing. So, and we never get an explanation for it, by the way. We never get an explanation for why he's unaffected by her. Because, she tries to do that before he becomes OP. You'd think that it's just how OP he is, but no. Like, she tries to hit him the first time she tries to hit him, like, it's before he becomes super OP. So it's like, yeah, we never get an explanation. So it's dumb. It's dumb. It's a really dumb series. It has one decent character, and the rest I could honestly go the rest of my life without ever seeing again. So don't recommend. My Tiny Senpai. This is basically if you took Hana Uzaki's chipper and playful nature, and basically gave it to Hana's mother in that series, and gave her cat-like tendencies. And that's basically the main girl of this series. Like, she looks like she's the missing member of the Uzaki household. She really does. Um, and it's a cute romance. It is a very cute. It is a very cute and sweet romance. Rom-com in an office building. So they're, everyone's consenting adults. So that's nice. Um, I would I would say I recommend it. I would. I would say I would say I recommend it. Um, Next is Sweet Reincarnation. Not I would not recommend this one. This was pretty boring, all things considered. Um, it's a bland isekai that does nothing with the formula, or that does really nothing with the formula. It does, when he makes different sweets, the sweets do look very tasty and they do make me hungry. But that's about it. Next is the most heretical last boss queen, from villainess to savior. Um, for this one, the girl being reincarnated as a villainess, she knows how in the actual story, every single character in it has this incredibly tragic backstory. They all lose someone precious to them, and like they all go through hell. They all go through absolute hell. And they all suffer immensely. All the characters suffer, all the while, the villainess just kind of sits and laughs at everybody else's misery, in the story. Well, she's like, no, I don't want them to suffer. I don't want these characters to suffer, and since I know how they're going to suffer, I can stop it. And so like she goes out of her way to try to, like, give everyone in the story a happy ending. So, of course, in the back of her mind, there's always this little voice in the back of her mind telling her to do terrible things. And so she's concerned, she's worried that no matter what she does, at some point that voice is going to take over and going to turn her evil. And so she's basically building up a group of individuals who will be able to fight her and kill her should she ever be taken over. So, like, she's not necessarily trying to avoid her fate. She's basically, like, she's basically kind of accepted that, like, this is most likely going to happen. Like, at some point, that voice is going to become so strong that it takes over my body. And then I'll just be forced to watch as I do horrible things. So I have to make sure that these people have the strength necessary to destroy me. So I like it. I would say I recommend that one. Let's see. The Duke of Death and His Maid Season 2. Must watch. Definitely a must watch. Atelier Razor. Oh, yes. Oh my god. I've never played the Atelier Razor games. It's a trilogy. I've never played any of them. I might have to after watching this anime, because oh my god. Reza, and there's also this other lady who has like these gloves that have like claws that come out. She's so badass. She's so cool. She's so badass. She's so cool. She's so freaking hot. And she's got like bangs covering one of her eyes. Oh, I love that hairstyle. I llove that hairstyle. Like, anytime I see a character with that kind of hairstyle, I'm like, ooh, hello, what's your story? So yeah, I love it. I love it. And Reza, oh god, she's so freaking hot. Those thighs are just the thickest thighs I've ever seen. And they know and they know because the first time we see her in the anime, that's the first thing we see is her thighs. They know that that's what people want to see, the thick thighs. So, yeah, like the anime never has never misses a chance to remind you of how Reza has incredibly thick thighs. Like they never miss a chance to remind you of that. So, but yeah, I absolutely I would say that is a must watch. It is so entertain. It is so entertaining. It is so entertaining beyond the fans. It is so entertaining beyond the fan service. I actually want to watch the. I actually want to play the games now. Now that I've actually seen what the anime has to offer, and I've seen like the story. I've seen the story. I've seen the story of the anime, which basically, from what I heard, covers the first half of the first game. It covers only the first half of the first game. So, like, I really want to go play the games after that. Um, but I'm not talking about the story because like you need to watch it for yourself. It's a must watch. It's a fantastic story. Anyway, so next up is Tenpuru. No one can live on loneliness. Um, and yeah, the main character goes to a temple to basically get rid of all of his worldly desires because his father abandoned him in order to go flirt with a bunch of women, like a deadbeat, and he decides that it's more that women are more trouble than they're worth, and so he like wants to get rid of all worldly desires, and he ends up meeting 5 girls that are there that work at the temple, um, and of course, one by one they all end up falling for him, and it is very fan servicey, like immensely fan servicey. Like every episode you're seeing not straight up nudity, but like you're seeing women in various states of undress. You're seeing these women in various states of undress throughout pretty much the whole series in like every episode. So, let me see. I'm trying to see if there's. Nope, that's it. So that's the last one. Okay, so I would say it's not a must watch because there are other because ever since then we've gotten a few others that have a very similar premise that are much better. But it is still very entertaining, and there are some really good characters in the series. So I would say recommend. I would recommend. So let's see. I think that's it. That's all of it. So that's gonna do it for this video. So next episode is gonna be about the fall 2023 lineup. And right away, I see an anime that I am really excited to talk about. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. So, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that good jazz. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone.